Hi Pisces. Today I will be doing your reading for January 23rd until February 6th. So it's basically just 2 weeks. That's how I'm doing my readings for the increments and things. So yes, that's what I'll be doing today for you guys. I've already called on all of the elements and I've already cleansed myself and done a little meditation, so the reading shall start in a little bit. I'm just going to shuffle a little bit and kind of channel you guys' energy, the Pisces energy for right now. Oh, sorry. So what's been up with you guys, Pisces? My creative Pisces, my lovable Pisces. You guys are great, by the way. I haven't encountered too many Pisces in my life, but the ones I have encountered have been amazing. You guys are very, very insightful. Oh, something just popped out for you guys. Ace of Pentacles. So you're on the right path. You guys are gonna have a gift coming soon to you guys. It's very good. It's a very good card, you guys. Oh, another one. Wow, you guys are really okay. All right, so let me go ahead and shuffle one more time so I can get more of a clear reading for you guys. All right, the first card will represent the past, the recent past. The second card will represent the present, and the last and final card, third card, will represent your future or the path that it could lead to. So when I say future, I don't mean I can foresee your future. I mean this is what it's up to you. This is what the outcome could be. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull for you. Alrighty, let me put this in here. And the stones that I'm working with today, especially for you guys, pyrite for confidence, and black obsidian for protection and guidance, which are two of my favorite stones. Okay, so let's see what we have in store. Okay, and I'll just give me a second to zone in on the energy and kind of see what I'm being told from these cards, okay? Now, okay. Okay. So we have the 10 of Wands upright. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Tower card in reverse. Alrighty, so for the past or the most recent past, you've been overwhelmed for sure. I'm not sure if this is having something to do with your life at home or maybe at work. Whatever it is, you've been burdened a lot, or the things that your responsibilities have become a burden for you, and that was your past. So you could maybe be moving out of that, or you could be sticking to this, you know what I mean? You could still be feeling stifled. You could still be feeling like you have too much on your plate. Okay, and then for the present energy, we have 9 of Swords in reverse. Now, I'm sorry, I don't know why there's such a glare. For 9 of Swords in reverse, upright, excuse me, this usually means that you're like up all night basically thinking about something. You're obsessing over something in your head and you can't seem to stop thinking about it. You can't figure out what the answer should be, or maybe it's something that's just haunting you mentally. But since it's in reverse, what I'm thinking is, or what I'm feeling rather, is that since the recent past you've been burdened with all of these things, with the the 10 of wands, sorry. I'm thinking that you're starting to like not care about things like that anymore. You're not breaking your head over all of these responsibilities. You're kind of sort of being like, F it, for lack of better words. So maybe you guys were dealing with relationship issues, or your job. Like I said, for some reason I feel like it's job related. And also because one of the jumper cards that I got, one of the ones that popped out, was the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe since you are stopping, you're not thinking about something anymore because you have this nine of swords in reverse. Whatever you stopped thinking, or you stop putting so much effort into, is going to help you get to what you need to do to get more of what you want on an earthly realm. So whatever you stop thinking about, whatever you have stopped putting so much thought and energy into, was good, because it was hindering you from getting to that gift from the universe for like money or possessions or material things, you know what I mean? So whatever you've kind of dropped or stopped putting so much effort in mentally, it's good. You've done good doing that. Okay, now we have the Tower card. Now, not the Tower card, I'm sorry, the Moon card. Now this is upright. So what I'm thinking is you are finally at a point where, okay, let's keep in mind, you guys are Pisces, and Neptune is kind of, what rules you guys. So sometimes you have a tendency to see things that aren't really what's happening. And that's not wrong. That's really, that's a good thing, but it can also be a curse, because in a good moment, that means that you're being a part of something, or maybe you're learning some things that other people wouldn't be able to get to because they don't see it in the positive way that you do. So maybe you're dealing with a person that isn't being as truthful as they should be, or maybe the situation wasn't what you thought it was, is what I'm starting to think. And so you're putting all this energy and you were doing all these things for this person and this job, this project, and it was becoming a burden, right? And so you have decided it's too much, and you're like, okay, I'm done with thinking so hard. I'm done with putting so much effort mentally into this, because it's stressing me out. It's not good for me. It's not beneficial to me. I'm not as happy as I used to be. I'm not being my happy-go-lucky person. Emotionally, it may be draining, but yes, mentally you're just like, okay, we're gonna put a stop to this, right? And then you have this, but this was in reverse. So I'm thinking that you don't see things, it's not all foggy. You're not in an illusion anymore. You're seeing things for what they are. So clarity. That's the word I'm trying to get for you guys. Clarity. Which is a good thing, of course. But sometimes it can be like hurtful, when we start to see the truth. We've all been there, okay? But since you guys are so, you guys can be so helpful, and you guys can get led and used sometimes, taken advantage of, just naturally, because you guys are just that type of sign. You guys are like, you want to help, you're reliable people, but sometimes you see things for what they're not. You're seeing things, but you're not seeing them clearly, right? So that since this is in reverse, this is telling me that you know what's going on. You have clarity now, right? And that's good. That's really good. So I think it's good for you guys to be feeling this way for yourself. The only problem is, I fear that emotionally you're like, what do I do next? What am I going to do now? Now that I know what's happening, what does that mean for me? What is my next step? What does that mean for that situation? You know what I mean? And I feel like you guys are maybe not necessarily stuck. It's like you're grateful for seeing it, what something is for what it is, but you're like, okay, what do I do now? I've put all this time, I put all this energy into this situation, and now I see what it is. And it's like, one, you might feel a little like, okay, it happened again, like I feel stupid. Or you may feel like angry, like you're like, how could they do this? How could this situation, I'm not saying this is this relationship. If you're not in a relationship, this has something to do with maybe a partnership that you were working on, or a project that you were working on, and you're like, how could this happen to me? Like, how could I be so gullible, almost. I kind of get the feeling of being gullible. But not on purpose. This is really like the person did this to you, or the situation caused for you to get so invested, and now you're starting to see what's really happening, you know, and you're like, okay, really? So with that being said, it's a good sign, and I'm glad that you guys are having clarity now that, you know, I'm glad you guys are having clarity, because at the end of February, I mean, at the end of this month, in a few days or whatever, on the 30th or 31st, there's going to be a full moon. So that could have made things way worse than what they are. You know, the illusion could have been way worse. So the fact that you guys are having clarity now, before that full moon, is great. Now you have to keep that energy going. As far as, you have to keep that energy going, okay? Because I know it's so easy to get caught up in little things and hoping for things to be the way that you want them to, but you already know. You've been thinking about it. You've been, like, it's just been on your mind. I mean, you haven't been thinking about it in the sense of, like, you haven't been stressing over it, but the fact that you know what's really up now, you could go back into this and it could become this instead of upside down, right? You want it to stay, you don't want it to be like this, because this means you're stressing, you're staying up at night, you're losing sleep. You want it to stay like this because you know that it's not worth your energy. You already put so much time and effort into whatever you were doing to where it was becoming stressful for you, the situation. You don't want to have to go back into that mentally. Even if you're done with it physically, even if you don't have contact with the situation, with the person, you don't want to have to be thinking about it, losing sleep over it, because most likely they're not going to be doing the same thing, you know? So you want to stay like this, because this is you understanding that it's not worth it. And with you being that way, in the future, you can be able to get past this full moon without falling back into that trap, right? So just stay very cautious. I feel like you are learning and you're starting to see the signs and you're understanding more and more what's really happening, which is good. That's very good. And I feel kind of sad. Like, I have a feeling that's kind of like really? Like, you really did this? Or this is what it's been? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just clarity. And I've been through it before, so I understand the feeling of when you finally have clarity, but it sucks because it's like, okay, now I have to sit with the truth. And it's like, sometimes you don't want to have to. Sometimes it's easier to just be going for it, or just in the moment, you know, not really worrying about what needed to be fixed. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys some clarity on the Nine of Swords in reverse, because I want to see what it was that you guys were so mentally stressing over. I mean, what it is that you guys have stopped putting so much effort into. So we can see maybe I can get a clarification on what type of situation this is, so we can be a little bit more clear on the situation. Oh, okay. I got a jumper. Yep. It's relationships, guys. This is definitely a relationship. Now, Four of Cups, and it came up upright. Four of Cups means that you were kind of bored, you know, or you were feeling like you were uninspired, almost uninspired. But if you see here at the top how there's a cup at the, hold on, you guys, let me make sure you guys can see this clearly. Right here, there's a cup, and it's getting handed like from the sky. So it's like the universe is handing you lemons, or handing you opportunity, or handing you signs, but you're so uninspired because you're looking at all of this stuff. You're like, well, these cups aren't full, you know, these cups aren't, there's nothing here for me with that. But there's always, the answer is always there in front of you, which is perfect, because being that it's always in front of you, this is why you have clarity now. You're not being tricked anymore. You have clarity, and that's because the universe always is there. It always has that answer for you. You just have to be willing to take it. If you're gonna like keep your back turned towards the universe, you can't get the most out of your situation. You can't get the most out of life in general. So this is definitely about a relationship, you guys. Now, a relationship can be used loosely. It can be maybe someone you work with. Maybe they were taking advantage of you and you're starting to see, okay, I thought we were friends, but you're really just using me for something. Or this could be your lover and someone that you've been with, or just, you know, someone that you were in a relationship with, and you're realizing, okay, this was not what I thought it was. But it's okay. You're gonna, like I said, the universe is always there for you. It always has what you need. There's always more to the equation. It's never just what you're seeing. There's always, the answer is always there for you. You just have to be willing to take that. And sometimes it takes hurt, you know, sometimes it hurts to do that. But you have to be willing to just do that. And you have to remember that this life, like, life is important, people are important, but people are temporary. We're in this universe, we're in this plane, but everything is a learning lesson, and we're all reflections of each other. So people that you're dealing with, maybe it's something that you have to deal with yourself, you know, something that you have to come to terms with, which is why clarity is very important. Sometimes that's why it hurts, because you can see it for what it is. And you can see, okay, well, if something like that, if I'm able to let someone do that to me, what does that say about myself? So there's always a lesson with things. Black obsidian, you guys, I'm telling you, it get this stone. This is a good time to get this stone for you guys, okay? And also pyrite, because it'll give you that confidence to move on, because black obsidian shows you what you need to work on. And I don't know, I just picked the two stones. I just kind of go off of energy, and I picked the two stones, and these happen to be my two favorite ones. But it goes very, very well with this reading. Realizing something you need to work on, or realizing what you need to cut off, realizing what you need to change, but having the confidence to go on. The universe is on your side, okay? Your clarity is here. If it was in upright, that means you're still an illusion. You're still seeing things for what they're not really. It's upside down. So your future holds you being clear, having a clear mind in the near future, right? Because this is a 2-week span. So really just stay focused on picking up little signs, okay, looking at things for what they are. So if you don't have black obsidian, I would suggest you get you a stone that's grounding and protecting, so that you can protect yourself from energy vampires or people that don't necessarily want the best for you, and also so that you can focus on yourself and you can work on yourself and figure out what are the things that are causing people or bad people to come into your life. Like, why are you attracting these things, okay? But other than that, it's a very good reading. This is cautionary. I love cautionary readings because it can help me help you guys to see what you need to change, instead of just being like, oh, everything's good. No, I love to have messages in my readings for you guys. And yes, I really feel like you guys are going to be okay, though. I know that you guys can be kind of, you guys can get hurt, and you might not show it as much all the time, but I know that this could have hurt you, because you guys love to love, and you guys love to be there for people and be a part of something. So when something goes wrong and you realize it wasn't what you thought, it can be very hurtful, and that's for anyone. But I know for Pisces especially, when things don't go the way you planned, or things didn't go the way that you were hoping or anticipating, it can be like, really? Like, are you kidding me? And I know that can be very hurtful. So just try to stay calm. Try to stay, again, since there is a full moon coming up on the 31st, please stay calm. Emotions are going to be big. Emotions are going to be huge. Your cup is going to be full with emotions, okay? Because it deals with the moon. Water, moon, same thing. We have this 4 cups, right? So especially if you've been feeling uninspired and you're like, what's going on? This is coming to you from the universe, and it could show you things that maybe you don't want to look at. But since that moon is coming, and we do have the moon card here, I don't want you guys to get caught up in your emotions, okay? So just really stay focused. Get you some black obsidian or some type of grounding stone. You need a grounding stone for especially the full moon time, okay? Because I see things coming to an end, or I see things, realizations happening for you, okay? So, but you guys got it. I believe in you guys. Stay focused. You know, and you guys are very creative. So if you're feeling like you just lost, just try to do something creative. Be productive with your creativity, and I think you guys will be okay. Make some music, write some poetry, play some instruments, draw, do something that can give you that outlet, so you aren't focused on the hurt and the pain, because that could lead you back to that situation that started out in the first place, okay? So just stay focused on that, okay? Yes, I I hope this helped. I really hope that this helped you with the situation that you're going through. And I believe in you guys. Like I said, like, I have faith in you guys. I know that you guys will get through this. If you need someone to reach out to, most of you guys have my amino, so just message me on there if you need a little bit more comfort, or you know, just a little bit of help, or a little bit of confidence in yourself. But like I said, invest in these 2 stones if you really just need some type of like extra boost, if you're just feeling like, I don't know. But definitely get some type of black stone, black tourmaline, black obsidian. I like black obsidian personally. But yes, I think you guys are gonna be fine though. I really do. Okay, if I'm not your favorite Leo, I hope that I will be soon, and I hope that this was beneficial to you. I really hope the best for you guys, my Pisces. You guys are wonderful. You guys are wonderful. Follow your heart. Don't follow the situation. Follow your heart. Okay. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I will also be making more consecutively for all the signs, so throughout the year. Like, this is going to be a constant thing, so just keep coming back. Subscribe if you want to make sure that you're notified when I post about your sign, or other signs if you're into that, you know. So yeah, just stay focused, you guys. And I will be making a video on the full moon, so if you need a little bit of clarification on how to stay grounded during that, I will be putting that up soon. Okay, so yes. And if you wanted more information on black obsidian and pyrites, I have made videos. Just go down and look at the crystals, crystal playlist. I should have one down there. And yes, thank you guys so much. I hope this helped. This has been Love from a Leo, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye.